I'm going to prove to you that Christianity has a mental health problem. Look at this thumbnail. That is Pastor Todd White. And in that video, he claims the following, and I quote, "See, I was bipolar. I was borderline schizophrenic. I was manic depressive. I mean, it destroyed my life. When Jesus came in and showed me who I was, every addiction broke off from me." Next, he rambles for about 20 minutes and doesn't even mention schizophrenia or bipolar again, but he claims to be spiritually cured of a psychiatric condition. Think that's bad? Wait until the end of this video and I'll show you the most harmful claims that he makes. But first, let me explain two of the most dangerous claims that Christians can make about mental health. Hello, I'm Seth. I'm a pastor with Bipolar Type 1, relapse-free since 2010, and this channel is my mission to educate about mental health stigma and promote responsible dialogue on mental health, especially within faith communities. This is a project called Our Stigma. Now, it takes a lot to admit that you have a mental health condition. Churches have traditionally been horrible places to talk about mental health, and I know this firsthand because as a pastor, I only recently self-disclosed my bipolar diagnosis. I'll go into more detail about my journey in a video that is linked at the end of this one, but first, let's get to the dilemma. Christian communities are incredibly varied in their mental health ethics and practices. Churches are almost entirely unregulated, so you should not receive medical advice from your pastor. If your pastor isn't referring you to professionals for your medical and psychological issues, that is a red flag. If the only mental health solution being suggested in your religious community is faith healing, beware. And if this sounds familiar to you, ask your pastor or faith community why this is happening and seek medical intervention for your mental health issues. This brings me to dangerous practice number 1, Christian distrust in psychiatrists. Many Christians are cared for by psychiatrists, and I know this because as a pastor, I work with lots of Christians who are under the care of a psychiatrist. However, some Christians don't trust psychiatrists. They don't trust the entire medical system, and this is what we can change through responsible dialogue about mental health in faith communities. But here's the rub. Try and get an appointment with a psychiatrist. Try it. It is a massive job, even if you can afford it. People in need of psychiatrists are totally underserved in this country, and so they seek places to fill in the gaps. So where is one place they can turn when they are in turmoil? Church. Churches are low-cost counseling solutions, and this is the great opportunity for churches. Church members, church volunteers, church staff, and pastors could be educated and prepared to refer people in mental health crisis to the appropriate psychiatric services, or they could take Todd White's approach and make the claim that severe psychiatric conditions can be healed with faith alone. And guess what? My bipolar disorder can be successfully treated. I have treated it for 14 years with medication and treatment. And yes, I go to church, I pray, I have a spiritual life. That helps as well. So if you agree or disagree, tell me why in the comments and I will read what you say. And your comment might even make it into an upcoming video. Dangerous practice number 2, Christian distrust of medication. As someone with bipolar disorder, the only person that gives me advice about my medication is my GP, my general practitioner, my doctor, who has managed my medication and prescriptions since my bipolar type 1 diagnosis was medically classified as in remission. No layperson, no random podcast host, and certainly no televangelist is going to recommend that I ditch my psychiatric medication. No way. In 2010, my psychiatrist recommended the same medication that I'm on today. I'm not changing it at all because my current doctor sees no need to change it. It is working. However, my trust in my psychiatric medication does not mean that I support the corporate structure of pharmaceutical companies, their emphasis on profit, their shady lobbying track record, or how they price their medication. Pharmaceutical companies and my daily routine of mood stabilizers are apples and oranges. Like I said earlier, yes, I rely on my faith for support, encouragement, life, peace, gratitude, strength, direction, community, and so much more. But a deeper relationship with God cannot replace the balance I receive from psychiatric medication. Today, my life is a fulfilling balance of science, emotions, and faith. And if you find this video fulfilling, gently press the like button. Gently. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. How far, how dangerous, how deep of a dilemma does Pastor Todd White wade into with his off-the-cuff comments? And I quote, "I've watched countless cutting scars disappear off people's bodies. They go back to the doctor and show a brand new liver scan and there's no Hep C. They go back and HIV is gone." That is from the same video that he claimed that he was cured of schizophrenia and bipolar. Incredibly dangerous. So it's obvious in a YouTube video with a clickbait title like "Healed from Schizophrenia Bipolar" and a clickbait thumbnail making the same claim, he starts off explaining how his bipolar disorder, borderline schizophrenia, and manic depression, an outdated term, were healed by the cross. He ends with the claim that scars from cutting can be healed through faith, that HIV can be healed through faith, and that numerous other serious illnesses can be healed. And this is irresponsible and dangerous. My question is, what happens to the people that don't get cured? What existential crisis do they face because a pastor riffed and overpromised? This is the big dilemma that I'm addressing in this video and a series of other videos in the Stigma project here on this channel. What Todd White describes in this video is not what I mean when I say mental health ministry. And if you want to learn more, watch these videos.